Evening, ladies and gentlemen. The Houston Independent School District brings you every regular meeting of the school board through the facilities of KUHT, America's first educational television station. In the belief that an informed community is an important and fundamental aspect of the democratic process, the members of the Board of Education of the Houston Independent School District cordially invite you to attend their meeting tonight through the medium of television. Now, to introduce members of the board, here is Mrs. Olin Rogers, president of the board.
So now you have Mrs. Ann Harrison. Thank you. Good evening, and Madam President and board. Can you hear me? Now can you hear me? I noticed all these names of different church groups going up here, and I'm very much distressed because I think a good many ministers and bishops and church groups have become thoroughly confused as to which is God and which is man. They're always telling God what mistakes he's made. Now, I am in favor of segregation because I firmly believe that God, in his supreme wisdom, created the different races of man and intended them to remain as he created them. I believe that races should witness to God as races, and that each one has something to contribute to his eternal plan. If the white and Negro children attend the same schools, intermarriage will result, which will be the destruction of both races. Thus, man will deliberately defy the will of God. There can be nothing wrong in asking or expecting each race to associate with their own. Every race should be proud to do so. This issue goes to the very heart of our government. If Texas or any community within the state complies with the ruling of the Supreme Court of May 17, 1954, it is concurring in a grave violation of the Constitution of the United States of America by permitting that court to make law instead of interpret law, and thus destroy states' rights. If segregation has not worked fairly, the remedy is to improve the facilities offered both races rather than destroy the system and ignore divine law. I would like to read one paragraph.
We are here tonight in support of full and complete compliance with the decree and decisions of the United States Supreme Court, with full and complete compliance with the decisions of our own state courts, and as a speaker who has preceded me has said, the decisions of the local federal district courts, which have supported and given substance to the decisions of the Supreme Court. It is unfortunate that the greater portion of the time this evening was taken up with arguments which largely do not meet the issue. We hope that in our presentation thus far we have demonstrated that we have just cause for asserting that we have been denied equal educational opportunities not only in Houston but in the entire state. And if we can confine our remarks this evening to Texas, I think that we will do well. No one on the other side was candid enough to admit that almost, or more perhaps, than 60 counties in Texas integrated their school systems in September without submitting to a public opinion poll, as one speaker has said. Some speakers pointed out that in the school systems which had integrated in September, integration went off without a hitch, so to speak. The opposition has, however, sought only to mention that in some instances it has been reported that Negro children have a tendency to be perhaps 2 grades behind white children. If such is objectively and impartially demonstrated, we say here to you tonight that it is the best evidence of studied denial of full and complete educational opportunities to us. If our children, and if you those members of the opposition feel that it is subjecting their children to too great a handicap for them to run the risk of getting 2 years behind, think what a handicap we've been under for almost 100 years. As